We can do
sports.
football. Yep, we can do football.
Why don't we do a sports, kind of like a catch-all sports? So
Yep.
what is going on in the world?
What I was doing, I brought up the statistics from last season, the win-loss records on NFL.com.
Yeah.
So I know what we're talking about.
Yeah, you have to now too. It's a 17-game season. I keep saying like, oh yeah, you can't go 8-8 anymore.
No,
can't go 8-8.
You could barely win, get a positive record, winning record, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I mean, let's kind of start off, and we could go like by division and see what you think of each division or different teams, whatever you want to do, guys.
I'm a big fan of long division.
I want to talk about the Bills. So what about Zach Ertz?
We're going to talk about the Bills, absolutely.
What about Zach Ertz?
Oh my God!
We got to talk about him every single time we see each other.
Oh my God!
Wait, what happened to him? I remember he did something. Did he move?
No, he didn't do anything. So the Bill. It's almost comical because it's been a topic the whole entire offseason, whether the Bills are going to get Zach Ertz. Everybody's like, right. Yep, a deal literally is hours away. It's hours away, Mike.
Yeah.
And they've been saying that the whole entire summer. That a deal is literally, this time it's literally, they cleared some cap space. Hours, they're probably minutes. They're probably signing them right now as we speak.
By the time the show's over, they will have signed him.
So
I don't know.
Sort
of like JJ Watt was supposed to be going to the Bills too.
It could be, yeah. It could be. But Watt obviously is not. But Ertz, I don't know.
No,
what do you think about
Arizona?
What's that? Yep. He went to Arizona.
What? Yeah. So I was like, because they were talking about him going to San Fran too.
All right.
And it was like, oh my God, if we had him and the other guys we got, we'd be killing it defense.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Bob, what do you?
Went to the enemy.
I'm in the witness protection program, so I've got to black out my.
You look like you are in the witness protection. So what do you think the Bills?
You went in the other room. There we go. Let there be light, and there was light.
The light was getting in the way, so I figured turning it off might help, and it didn't.
No, you're fine. Bob. Don't worry.
My friend Chris.
We're gonna cut it all up. We're gonna edit it. We'll probably take your mustache off, give you a beard instead. We might give you, I'm guessing, some probably big sideburns. I'm thinking.
Right.
You look good.
Forgive all the noise.
Pick up the head, give you a mohawk.
You'll be fine. You don't have to worry about it.
Forgive all the. It's gonna sound stupid, but I'm cooking dinner for my dog.
You're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Do whatever you want for dinner for him. If you want to cook go for it.
But I ordinarily do. This is because he's been sick, so I got to give him a plain diet. So you got to feed him boiled chicken and rice is the recipe. So
I've had to do that at times. I hope the old guy's okay.
Well, I was giving him anti-inflammatories, and they made him sick. The dog, literally.
Stomach,
After about a week. So he got sick like all of yesterday. So
geez.
I'm trying to give him the pablum diet for a couple of days till his stomach settles in.
Right. You have to drop off. Obviously, that's more important. So just drop off. It's fine if you need.
As long as you don't mind the noise, you can just edit it out.
All right.
What's the dog's name again?
Tank.
Tank is the official dog.
Oh, there we go.
Older Guys podcast YouTube channel.
There he is.
So I was looking at hey buddy, hi there,
boss.
There he is.
Just went through the roof. The ratings just went through the roof. People love dogs. The ratings just went through the roof.
Exactly.
Animals, you don't want to be those. You don't want to share the bill with animals or children, right? That's the Hollywood thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So, all right.
We're far from Hollywood, though.
Yeah. So what I'm seeing here, as far as like odds to win the thing, I'm seeing the top 3 Vegas odds. I think I have this right. I think it was Kansas City is the favorite, then Tampa Bay, and then Buffalo. So the top 3.
I've heard that.
As far as Vegas Super Bowl odds. Let me look really quick again here, but I think I just saw that.
I would have thought that Tampa Bay was number 1 again. because they literally kept every single player.
Tampa Bay did a great job.
They didn't lose anybody.
They kept all the starters.
It's never happened in the Super Bowl era that a team has kept every single player on all sides of the ball.
Yep.
From the Super Bowl season. Never.
Yep.
One of you guys will always leave because they want to go to a different team and they won the prize. So they want to go to a different team, like closer to home or something else to try to prove that they can still do it at another location. And Tom Brady after 20 years did that at Tampa Bay.
Sorry about that, guys. I just got a little commercial going here.
Oh,
did you guys hear that? I apologize.
I heard something, but I wasn't sure if it was somebody talking as well.
So I was looking up the odds. It is Chiefs, Bucks, Bills are the top three.
Yep.
As far as odds to win. So, but yeah, they got their whole team back. So
yeah.
But then again, the Chiefs reinforced their extreme weak spot, which was the lines, right?
The lines
protecting the homes.
Yep.
So they actually went after that in a big way. So
I'm not sure who they got for that, but they know that they did get new linemen to help them. They
traded for Orlando Brown, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
They traded for him, and then they picked up somebody else as a free agent who I can't remember. That sounds great.
Orlando Brown, wasn't he in Miami or something?
I think he was in Baltimore.
Baltimore. Oh, did you hear about Baltimore?
No,
the QB in Baltimore?
Oh, Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson's COVID positive.
Oh,
that last year, didn't it?
Huh?
Didn't it happen last year? No, it happened last year. Didn't it happen last year too, or no?
I don't think so.
How can you be COVID positive twice?
It can happen. Possible, but it's extremely unlikely.
That's true.
Yeah, yes, you're right. He's COVID positive.
They've had people that, had COVID and got it again. They've had people got the shot, or shots, I should say.
What's going on? He is
positive,
he's COVID positive, yeah. What about the Jets QB holding out? Is he still holding out?
Is he holding out? I didn't even know that, man.
He isn't. He's the last unsigned pick in the first round, I think.
Oh, you mean the new guy?
Yeah.
Oh no, he just signed just today.
Who was
a rookie deal after missing first 2 days? So I guess he just signed. So
he was the number 1 overall pick, right?
No,
number 2.
Number 2?
No, Trevor Lawrence went to Jacksonville first.
Oh, that's right. And then who was this guy? What was his name again?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. That's right, because it was either Zach Wilson or Trey Lawrence that was going to go to San Francisco. Once LA Lakers got out of and people are like, they love the running for the championship this year. It's like, oh, it's going to stink. It's like, guys, it's better that the team that you don't expect to get in.
I like seeing Milwaukee win it because I don't want
it, man. I don't know the team. I don't follow the team, but at least it's not,
the Lakers again.
It's not the Lakers. It's not
the Warriors.
These aren't awesome teams, But
there's nothing wrong with the Lakers or Celtics, but every year, come on, let's give somebody else a chance at it.
Do something different. Criminy.
So it was nice to see. Now, of those two, I was surprised because it was Milwaukee beat Phoenix in the finals, and of those two, surprisingly, Phoenix is the team that's never won it. Milwaukee actually won it in the early 70s when it
had been 50 years.
Yeah,
it's been 50 years since they won it last time.
So they had won. That wasn't their first win. I was kind of surprised to see that. If you would have had me guess between those two, which one would be the team that hadn't won it, I would say Milwaukee would be the team that hadn't won. But in fact, they had. So Phoenix has still never won one.
Oh yeah, Milwaukee in the early 70s. Those guys in the Knicks were both really good.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Milwaukee one of the ABA? Was that the old basketball league that tried to be?
Yeah. I don't think so. The Bucks have been around for a long. I think the ABA.
Oh, maybe not, because they might have changed from Milwaukee. They came to Milwaukee from a different city, I think.
Yeah, because the Lakers were the Milwaukee. The Lakers were Minnesota, I think.
The
Minnesota
Minnesota Lakers, right?
The name doesn't fit.
That makes sense, because like there's no lakes in LA, so they moved from Minnesota to LA.
I think that was it. And then Milwaukee.
That makes sense. That makes me remember. So
yeah.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. Yeah, because the Bucks have been there before the ABA. I'm trying to think of the teams. The Nets were in the ABA.
Yep. The Nets.
Who else was in the ABA? There were a handful of teams carried over.
Yeah, there's only like. Well, I'm trying to remember the Will Ferrell movie. Huh? Well,
was it like Jackie? Was it semi-pro?
Semi-pro. That's it.
Jackie Moon.
Jackie Moon. That's right.
That was one of the most underrated movies.
Right.
It was a very funny movie.
I saw it not too long ago on cable, and it's like I came in the middle. And it's like, this was not a bad movie. It was a funny movie. And it
made money on the song "Love Me Sexy," and he would sing it at halftime. He'd be the halftime
I don't remember that,
as well as player coach.
I've only seen it one full time and a couple of bits and pieces of it. I can't remember the whole movie, but where were they from? San Diego or something? No, I mean, I know San Diego was Anchorman, but I can't remember.
It was Michigan. It was
Dearborn, Detroit, not Detroit.
No, it was what was the city in Michigan? Flint, right? They were met there. It was Flint, Michigan.
The Flint Tropics or something?
Yeah, it was the Flint Tropics.
It's like Flint. Oh my God. Yeah. So far away from the tropics.
That movie was very funny. And
I've got to see it again. I've got to see it again. We got to do like a top 10 or something Will Ferrell movies, like, list sometime.
Let's see, wasn't there another?
He's doing another one. I'm trying to think of who he's starting with. I just saw they're filming it now. It looks pretty interesting.
They're doing what?
Will Ferrell's starting a new movie. He's starting to film a new movie, but I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, he had like just killer movies for a long time, like Anchorman. Just like one thing after another. It was, I like that movie, Stepbrothers.
That was on like 2 nights ago.
Don't touch my drum set. Don't touch my drum set. Did you touch my drum set?
I don't think. Oh, it was almost kind of painful to watch these two guys act like 13-year-olds or 10-year-olds. But I mean, that I think is those two were John C. Reilly and him were in that one. They were in Ricky Bobby, Legend of Ricky Bobby.
Talladega Nights.
Talladega Nights. I think there was another one. They were in another one together, but I can't remember right now. But
and I feel there's another really good Will Ferrell movie that's kind of related to this channel. That's pretty funny. I know that's not.
Oh yeah, the other guys definitely.
Yeah, he has some killer movies. Oh, so good, so good, so good, so good. So
the other guys is just a classic. I'm telling you.
So what do you think about this? 7 figures. I'm reading about this quarterback that's a high school quarterback that is the top recruit, and he's going to go directly to he's literally just because he wants the endorsements, so he's just going to skip. He's now skipping his senior year
of high school.
Yeah, of high school. He's the number one quarterback. He's a junior, and it's going to be a matter of, he's kind of going to go right into right into college because he wants the endorsements. So is this an unintended consequence, I wonder?
I suppose.
Oh, yeah, it's possible.
You have to graduate school?
I thought he had to graduate from. Maybe he's got enough to graduate from high school, but I don't know.
This is apparently this guy's like another Trevor Lawrence is what they're saying, and
okay.
He's looking at Ohio State.
Okay.
And good quarterback school, right? I think we lost Bob here.
Bob, but he'll be back.
And so that's interesting. That could be
well, he's definitely not going to come here for school. That's for sure.
No, he's not. He won't be at Syracuse.
Oh my gosh.
But it is interesting though. There was the two teams that who was it? Texas and what was it?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, they're going from wherever they were to the Big Ten, I think.
Yeah, they're going to be going to the SEC.
Oh, they're going from the Big Ten to the SEC.
So the SEC, which was already the best conference, is now just by far the best conference, right?
Right.
So I guess
I think West Virginia is thinking. I think they're not in the ACC, but they're thinking of joining the ACC. If I remember reading that correctly, there's because these two teams are moving to the SEC, they're starting to talk about all these different other teams reconfiguring, and somebody's like, well, let's hope maybe Notre Dame comes into the ACC, and I'm like, I'm not sure that's going to happen. They like their independent status too much in their lucrative TV deals.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. West Virginia is in the was the Big 12.
Big 12.
And they're looking at ACC. It's interesting. Honestly, there are some good teams there. There are some historical powerhouses there, such as Miami, right?
Oh, you mean
and
ACC?
Florida State, and there's a lot of powers
in North Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's a Clemson some years is the best team, and you always have two or three ACC teams that are in the top 25. So it's it's not like it's a weak conference. It's Georgia not. What's that?
Georgia Tech also.
Right. Yep. It's not a let's say I hate to say this, but what's the Pacific Conference? The Pac-10 is that?
Pac-10.
Pac-10, Pac-12.
I think, but
I don't know what's happened to them, but they're not what they used to be.
No.
UCLA and all that are just not what they used to be.
Not in football.
And they haven't been in quite a while. So we'll see if they're able to turn it around. But
I think a lot of it's cyclical. I mean,
it could be, yeah. No, I mean, definitely.
For Syracuse, it's just a very slow cycle.
Well, that's the thing. That's the interesting thing, because they had, and this is what I fear. I mean, say what you will about, to Boeheim, and I get some of the criticism, I do, but the thing I fear is that we had the same situation with football, and we had, who was it, Pasqualoni? And people were mad at Pasqualoni because he kept going 8-3. Right. Right? He couldn't get us over the hump and win the whole thing.
I think if we went 8-3 we had that 1 year with Babers that was amazing. I think we went 10-1 or something.
Whatever. Yeah, it was a good year. Yeah.
It was a great year. And it's like,
but that's rare. But
if we sustained that 2 years in a row, I think they would have christened him the next coming of George Halas.
Yeah, Pasqualoni was consistently good, and he just wasn't great. And they got rid of him. So that's what I fear. We have to, obviously we can't have Boeheim forever, but he's still in a situation. I mean, we went to the Sweet 16 last year in hoops. So it's not like, I worry with that, we have to be very careful about how that's handled because
when he finally leaves, however he leaves, whether it's of his own volition or if he just, keels over,
Well, who's it? Krzyzewski is that Krzyzewski, right? Just retired. So
he's got one more year.
Is this the last year? Okay. So
Boeheim, swan song.
Boeheim is just he's like the dean of all coaches now. Really, because he's so who knows? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised after his kids graduate if that was it. But
that's what I'm thinking. It's probably Buddy's got one more year of. They both sons have one more year of eligibility.
Yeah,
so we'll be playing at Syracuse.
Yeah.
After this year, I could see him doing it, but then again, he said 4 years ago that it was going to be over. So I don't know. But whenever he does leave, whoever comes and follows him, I don't envy that guy at all.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be.
They're not going to